Hey,
so that's it. That's it.
Yeah, you win nothing.
Can I have a mug?
No. Because that's the
And that leads us conveniently into the most serious thing we've ever had to discuss on this show. As regular listeners of the Business Brunch would be aware, we decided to get 50 and only 50 highly, highly limited edition Business Brunch mugs. They're a beautiful white porcelain mug. They have the Business Brunch logo on the front. They have pleasure doing business with you on the back. I have touched one. I have used one. I have loved one. But I am allowed, because, you know, we paid for a Mando, so I think it's only fair that you and I get one. There's a few sticky fingers diving into the box. I think a couple of the local staff in the building tried to get their hands on them. 41 remain. They've been locked away. So many people have been writing in, asking for, in the best case scenario, and demanding, unfortunately, quite often, a mug, as if they grow on trees, when in fact they grow in factories at extreme minimum wages.
Hey, to highlight the ridiculousness this has got to, company man Commando Jones emailed in.
We have just insane respect for the armed forces, but even you, Commando Jones, should know better.
He says, this is what it simply wrote. One line. On June 30, 1998, Vice President Joseph Estrada was sworn in as the 13th President of the Philippines. Please send my mug to GPO Box 2021.
He's given us a Trivial Pursuit question. No. I say again, no. You cannot. We've got people writing in just going, oh, hi, this is something to do with money. Not really. Can I have a mug? No. Don't bloody write in, oh, Superman. I think my dad loves Superman, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, send 2 mugs to this address. We are not a free mug distribution system, and it's not as if people don't understand how special these mugs are. Okay, we have 1,000 pencils, so they're less special. We're giving out a few pencils here and there, and people are very excited to get a business brunch pencil, a bit cheaper than a dime a dozen. They're wonderfully good rates if you buy them by the 1,000. But Ando, we need someone to lay down the rules, lay down the laws of how you get a mug and how you don't get a mug.
How is it?
And it's not for you or I to do. It's maybe for the mug god to do.
Wow, yeah.
I will summon him now. Oh, mug god, mighty mug god, show yourself.
Who is it?
Oh, it's just us, Hamish and Andy, here in the studio. As we talk down to you, are you in the mug god?
Of course I'm in the mug. Where do you think the mug god lives?
Right you are, sir. Right you are. Just wondering if you could give us the roughly 7 commandments of how to get a mug and how to get not a mug.
Is it the mug commandments, you see?
Yeah,
let Andy say something.
Yeah, let me say something. What I'm going to say is get on with it. Mug god.
Oh, insolence! Okay, mug commandment number 1! Those who ask for a mug shall receive not the mug which they desire, for asking is not the path to mugness.
It's a good command. Oh, lightning.
Number 2.
Yep.
Have faith in thy correspondence, and the mug god shall distribute the ceramic drink capsule you so dearly desire through the mug god's appointed representatives on Earth, Hamish and Andy.
That is true. If you send it more lightly, but if you send a good enough email, you will get a mug. That's what kind of meant. But he's old.
Commandment 3.
I feel a bit like Moses here.
Yeah, you kind of are. More clean-shaven and less. You've done a lot less walking, but I'll give you that.
A more contemporary version, mate. We've got cars these days and beards owners in. But anyway, go ahead, mug god.
I'm the mug god. I know everything about drinking capsules. Commandment number 3. If thy first correspondence doth not a mug yield, lo, have faith, for perhaps thy next correspondence shall please the mug god.
Okay.
So you know what I'm getting at there?
Yeah, just keep emailing.
So just keep writing in, keep emailing in. Number 4.
Can you skip to 7?
Thou shalt not make craven images of mugs, i.e. do not copy the mug.
Yeah, we know.
Number 5. Thou shalt not kill, but thou shalt fill a mug.
If they get sent one.
Number 6.
Yes.
As a one-off, some of those who have demanded a mug recently shall receive a pencil.
Okay, but that's not
Commandment 7.
Okay.
Commandment 7. The previous offer of Commandment 6 does not apply to future emails. Pencils shall only be distributed to some of those already demanding a mug, but not all. Conditions apply. The mug god has spoken.
Oh, wow. He's disappeared. That's incredible.
He's disappeared. He's gone under my baby chino, never to be seen again.
It's all we've got time for, everybody. There you go. That's how you
Did you write those down?
Yeah, well, actually, no. They were getting, when the lightning strikes, they're getting sizzled into the side of my mug. So I've kind of got the commandments, which is pretty amazing. I
need you to do a rubbing over it so we can put them up on the internet.
Okay, no problem. I can do that. Thanks very much for being with us. HamishAndy.com/topics. Your pathway to a mug or being on this show. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Today, the topic is the year 1998, Ham.
The topic might as well be controversy, Ando, because yesterday on the show, if people were listening to the Business Brunch, they would know that we spoke to the mug god, who is the god of handing out mugs. He lives in a mug. And the mug god specifically handed down the mug commandments, which are commandments that you and I, as the mug god's representatives on Earth, have to follow if we're ever to participate in any sort of giveaway of a mug or any mug-related activities.
This comes from the Business Brunch mugs that we got made up, Ham, specifically.
We've got 41 left.
41 left out of 50. We probably went a little crazy with the giveaways early, and we realised we had to pin them back because they're limited edition drinking mugs.
Be careful with your mug, boys.
Okay,
there is the mug god
didn't
now.
talk about the mug god coming back, but anyway, why?
You never know when he's going to jump out of my mug, Ando.
I would prefer to know.
Well, here's the thing. Company man James Cousins has got in touch with us, and he said, quiz time. On the topic of 1998, he goes, I bet you guys a Business Brunch mug, you can't tell me what my favourite food was in 1998, which was my preschool years. So I think James is about 20 years old.
Yeah, right.
He gives us 4 options, okay? He lays down the wager.
That makes it a little easier. Otherwise, I wasn't going to bet a guess my food.
Wrong. I ate celery with the word non-edible written on it in sauce. No, he's given us 4 options. So the question is, Ando, do we bet a mug? Knowing full well that we listened to the mug commandments yesterday. One of the commandments is you will never get a mug by asking for a mug. Although the 7th commandment was just for this week only, because I feel like the mug god laid down those commandments in response to how many people were asking for mugs.
That's true.
That just for thank you, mug god. Just for this week only, maybe it's okay if we do just this once. Take up the challenge, the quiz. Obviously, we want to retain as many mugs as we can, and if we do guess right this food, we get a limited edition James mug.
Not a real mug.
Well, no, it's it's a different kind of mug.
So, have you spoken to company man James behind my back, and is he expecting us?
Here's what's happened, Ando. I have contacted him.
Okay,
he has told Jack. He has told Jack the answer, because I don't want this guy to just play us.
Yeah, sure.
I don't want him to just roll us for a mug here by just saying we got the answer wrong.
Well, we're getting a nod
Jack
from
knows the answer.
Jack now. James is on the line. Company man James, you expect us to gamble for the chance for you to win a mug. How are you feeling about this?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, right.
Do you understand this is a huge deal, James?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
That's the mug god. That's the mug god, James. So you want to
I
watch
do
your
have a real mug.
I
I have a real mug.
Okay, what are the 4?
Ando, this is it. 4 options were, what was James's favourite food when he was in preschool in 1998? Was it mashed veggies with Vegemite, peanut butter and choc chip ice cream, Play-Doh, ice cream with a tiny bit of orange juice mixed in? Here's my thinking, Ando. Peanut butter and choc chip ice cream it's going to be out. No parents would let the kid. I mean, that sounds lovely, but you can't be eating that all the time. That's definitely
It wasn't all the
sometimes
time.
food.
It wasn't all the time. It was just an occasion.
Okay, his favourite thing.
It was whenever I was sick, Mum would make this for me, and I would love it.
Okay.
And it would just
Well,
make
thank
me
you
happy,
for the extra
you know what I
clues,
mean?
James.
Yeah, well, she's not making him Play-Doh.
You're not making him Play-Doh, so that's out.
That's the reason why he's
Is it
sick.
ice cream with a tiny bit of orange juice in it because of the vitamin C aspect of orange juice for the sick kid?
Is that your guess?
No, it's not a guess, James.
Oh, you wish, James.
Here's another hint. Take it as a hint or maybe a hindrance. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You choose. But
This
my
guy.
favourite meal now is peanut butter and jam sandwiches.
He's trying to lead us towards the ice cream. Oh,
Is he throwing us off your end? I mean, we get rolled for a mug here.
Could be a hand.
Just be careful, boys.
okay, Haim.
The mug god's worried. We're worried.
I don't think it's a treat to get the vegetable one. I just don't think
It's not at all.
Yeah, so I feel like it's the first one or the orange juice one.
Oh, you reckon ice cream with orange juice is back in?
Yeah, because he was keen to lead us towards peanut butter then as well.
All right, Ando, I love it. I love a late mix-up. Go with your gut.
Orange juice and ice cream.
D, ice cream
And orange
ice
juice.
cream with
James,
orange
what's
juice.
the answer?
You've locked that in. All
Yeah.
right. The answer is actually veggies with Vegemite.
Son of a gun!
I'll confirm that it's
You idiots! Idiots! Fools! He was leading you down the path.
You've got yourself a mug, James. You've got yourself
James,
Thank you very much.
unbelievable. Do you understand how very rarely we say this phrase? You now own a business brunch mug. You played us like a couple of cheap fiddles, and ne'er again should we be making the mistake of letting ourselves walk so easily into a mug trap. The mug god is scowling at me from my mugging. I've never seen him so angry, Ando. We're in big trouble.
Yeah, thanks, James. We need to think about this. It's Hamish Andy's business brunch. HamishAndy.com/topics. There's always new topics up, and you can go and have a look at them and then start doing business with us via the emails. Ham, this is a doozy. As we mentioned just before that song, you and I have business brunch mugs.
We do.
In extraordinary circumstances when the correspondence is just so good at HamishAndy.com/topics. A company person that has emailed in may be rewarded with a mug.
Before you get excited and start emailing, we urge you to read the mug commandments at the website. Commandment number 1, if thou requesteth a mug, thou shalt not be granted a mug. You cannot get a mug by asking. It just has to happen according to the wishes of the mug god.
Company man James, he abided by all the commandments, I think.
No, if he got a mug, he would have.
He did win a mug the other day, but when it arrived, the handle had snapped off. James joins us now. Hi, James.
Hey, I'm not feeling too great, actually.
Yeah, no, he's nauseous.
James, can you jog our memory for us for a sec? Jog the mug god's memory. I mean, I remember, but the mug god might.
My memory's foggy.
Yeah, that's just the mug god there. How did you win a mug?
You couldn't guess my favourite food from 1998.
That's right.
You tricked us. You Rumpelstiltskin just out of a mug.
That's right, James. Now,
Perhaps you deserve the broken mug.
Well, settle down, mug god. That's not the way for a benevolent god to act.
so James, you state in your correspondence back to us that sure, the mug it's great. And you can still see the brilliant logo and then pleasure doing business with you on the back. But since it doesn't have a handle, you can't have a hot drink without burning your hand.
That's right.
And let's be honest, no one drinks cold drinks out of a mug. They just taste a bit weird.
Picky.
Well,
Calm down,
well,
mug god.
Hey, the next part of James's correspondence is what I think is the key. James, can you repeat, or if you remember, what you said right at the end? And this is why I think the mug god wants to hear this bit.
I actually don't remember what I wrote in there.
Okay,
sorry.
fair enough. I'll just pick it up. He said, Jack said it would be bubble wrapped, but
Yes, he did. That's right.
but it wasn't.
It
We
wasn't.
call to the witness stand cackling Jack, button pusher of the business brunch.
Yes.
Now, I actually remember that James, when I said, all right, we'll get your details, send you out a mug, he was worried that it might break in the mail, and you asked me, will it be okay? And I said, yeah, it'll probably be bubble wrapped or something.
Yeah.
Not saying I would personally bubble wrap it, just that I assume that whoever sends it out does
But
bubble
she
wrap.
made assurances.
He did make
He
assurance.
did make assurances, mug god. This is a very interesting case. We probably should hand it over to the mug god. I'm sure he's got a few.
Yes, I do have many things I'd like to add. Jack, do you have a business brunch mug?
Yes, I got one of the very first ones because I'm friends with Jez who ordered them.
And also a member of the show?
Yes.
Unfortunately, you must now yield your mug to James, and he must send back the broken mug, and you shall have to drink from the broken mug, which shall ever be known as the mug of shame.
Oh, no.
That is the mug you are doomed to drink from.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, gee.
Oh, yes. That's how the mug god rolls. But, James, you must send back the handle. So
I
if
will.
Jack chooses to Araldite the handle under his mug of shame, so
No,
be
I already
it.
did fix it. I fixed it.
Oh.
It's not...
Oh, in that case, I think a simple apology from Jack will be fine.
No, but it does cut. It did cut my hand the first time I tried to use it.
Yeah, but are you okay now?
Nah.
Have you learned how to use it properly?
Yeah, sort of. You just put it there.
Oh, okay. Well, no, that's fine. Just say sorry, Jack.
Sorry about that, James. Won't happen again.
Nah, I
Case
forgot your mug.
dismissed.
Case dismissed. Thanks for joining us, James. That's all we got time for today. An amazing turn of events.
He's a benevolent god. He's a fair god.
James would be kicking himself. He mentioned he fixed it. What an
Why would you
idiot.
do that in the face of God?
As after
When you're
he's won
so
the
close.
murder trial, he's going, by the way, I did it.
By the way, I bloody loved killing that guy.
Oh, no. Whoops. Thank you for being with us. The podcast, HamishAndy.com. Also, HamishAndy.com/topics for more business. As always, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Adieu. And today the topic is gold. And when a lot of people think of gold, I think they think value. And no one more than 14-year-old Zoe. Company lady Zoe has written in. And she's written, Dear Magnificent Mug God Representatives. So this is obviously her referring to the fact that we have business brunch mugs. 50 were made, 39 remain in our possession.
Maybe not even. I haven't done a
Might even
count.
be 38, but it's nigh on impossible. Look, I'll be honest with you, very early on, the mugs were given away generously.
Yeah.
Then we realised how scarce they were, and we clamped down on mug distribution.
In order of kind of scarcity, it kind of goes mugs.
Live
business
Tyrannosauruses.
Yeah, business. It goes business brunch mugs,
Yep.
live Tyrannosauruses, Tutankhamun's remains.
And Tutankhamun himself walking around,
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's
juggling his remains.
again as we
That's
suggested.
about how rare a business brunch mug is. So if you've seen King Tut do that, you're less likely to get a business brunch mug because you're not going to get two improbable things in your one day. Here's the thing, though, Ando. She's written in and she's still trying to persuade us. If you've listened to the show before, you know that there are mug commandments, instructions on what is going to happen with the mugs, and they're not from us. They're from the mug god, who usually lives in a mug on the desk. He's not here today, but he usually lives in a mug on the desk. And the number one commandment is, if thou asketh for a mug, no mug shall be received. You cannot get a mug by asking. That is the number one rule.
Not our rules.
Anyway, so she writes in, she goes, look, I'm only a young maiden of 14 years. I can't comprehend the magnitude of the first mug commandment. My cup has runneth over, and I am in need of a bigger cup, nay, a mug. Does the mug god not pity that I've been cursed upon drinking from cups and glasses, and I desperately yearn for the ceramic drink capsule that is so renowned? Of the 14 years of my life, I've never known a mug of such greatness, and my sole desire is to possess one of these golden mugs of heaven. It would indeed be worth more than pure gold to me. Is it indeed the Holy Grail?
Could be.
So you go, all right, she's into the mug. But again, it's out of our hands. It's not for us to decide. It's for the mug god.
And for magnitude, I'm going to throw her a pencil for the pencil.
Yeah, we might give her a pencil of honour. Magnificent was also a good one. But the thing is, we would love to ask the mug god because it would be very easy for him to just give us a ruling here. Is this a special exception because she's young and she really cares? Yep. He's not here. He hasn't been around the desk for the last couple of days. Yeah. Unfortunately, Andy and I had to hike up to the mountain top retreat where the mug god can be found. It was not easy.
No.
Took the recording equipment on along. We won't give you the whole trip. Here's a synopsis of how it went.
But we did it for Zoe.
Oh, we did it for the Zoe, yeah. But it was tough.
Day one. There she is, Ando. Mount Muggerfest.
Terrible name.
Oh, 18 kilometres high.
Twice the height of Everest.
Yep. Day three.
This is so hard.
Just keep going, Ando.
It's very cold, and I'm very high in the air.
Well, of course it's cold and high. The mud god lives up here because if he lived on the ground, he'd just get hassled by people every day. Just keep climbing. Day 22.
Must
keep going. Climbing so high, we surely will die. Death to us all, probably from a fall.
Please stop singing that song.
Sorry, this helps me keep going. It's just too catchy. Day 68.
This is grim.
I really hate that we've had to eat each other's legs.
It's the only food we've got.
I know, but I feel like the mud god's going to appreciate all the effort we've gone to. We can't lose faith. Day 104. There it is, Auntie. It's the mug temple.
I can't believe it's real.
This is it. We finally meet the mug god face to face.
I'm tingling and it's not from my missing flesh. This is one of the greatest moments of my life.
I wish he was in the studio so he would have saved us this trek, but God, I'm happy we're here.
My God! Hello?
Your mugcellence. We're very weak and we've travelled very far and obviously we know the mug rules, but please hear us out. A 14-year-old girl called Zoe really
Like, really wants a mug and she...
Nope.
Okay,
bye, see you, love you.
thanks, bye.
Today we've got through all the stupid brother business quickly, early enough, meaning that we can tie up some loose ends
We have to
with
get to
regards to limited edition business brunch mugs that we occasionally give out in extraordinary circumstances to amazing company men and women.
Yep.
We don't give them out that often, and that's a cause for concern for a lot of our listeners.
We don't give them out Willie. We don't give them out Nelly.
No.
Nor both.
No, they write in and they're angry.
Sure, people have expressed their disappointment
some
before.
people have, yeah.
A lot of people request mugs. And obviously the first commandment as passed down to us by the mug god is, if thou requesteth a mug, thou shalt not receiveth that mug.
Yeah, or any mug.
Or any mug.
Oh, you can get your own, I suppose, but you won't get a limited edition mug, business brunch mug. I didn't want to worry you with this, but because there's 2 counts of blackmail, Ham, I think we should bring them both up together. The first one, we've got an email in here from the company man, the Mug Devil.
That worries me. Continue.
His age is as old as time.
Okay, yep.
And he
It's very old.
resides in Mug Hell.
Yeah.
He writes in on the topic of time travel. It seems like he's got the ability to do that. He said, I've travelled through time to deliver a message to the mug god. You suck.
Mm-hmm.
Give out more mugs. Be more like the pencil god and give them to the people.
We do like giving out pencils.
If you don't, I, the mug devil, will destroy every last mug, including Grumpy Dave's.
Wow.
You've been warned. I'm going back in time to hear Hamish read a Fred Bassett because I really enjoyed that back in 2008.
Smart guys.
So that one came in, and I wasn't really worried about. I thought if the Mug Devil, this, obviously he wrote in a while ago, the Mug Devil. If he was going to do this, he would have done it by now.
Sure.
Then I was brought to my attention a website that was called, it's a separate correspondence called screwyoumuggod.com.
Sounds a little bit like the work of the Mug Devil.
Well, don't think it is the same, but he's certainly getting he's getting some disciples, the devil, because there is a screwyoumuggod.com. It says, for so long, a so-called mug god has lauded his powers of mug distribution over us mortals.
Fairly, I would think.
Who is he to covet the mugs that we so desire?
He's the god.
It is time for the mug god to be taken down.
No, it's not.
This site will go live selling photorealistic replicas of the mugs that Business Brunch users want. Very soon, you'll be able to sell them to anyone who wants them at cost price, not for profit. They then show a picture where you can add it to cart of a very good replica of the Business Brunch mug.
Right, threats. These are threats.
These are threats. He said, unless the mug god grants me a single mug, I will not. I'll take this as a sign that the mug god's truly merciful. I want one that's undamaged, not with a broken handle.
Right, so it's blackmail.
I'll pledge my allegiance to his god, and I'll take the site down.
Coward.
Your move, mug god.
Coward. Okay, well, Ando, as you know, You are not the mug god. I am not the mug god.
No.
Only the mug god is the mug god. Luckily, the mug god hath heard these threats and this blackmail
He's
and
omnipresent.
has called a press conference that we can cross to right now
Good.
to answer these threats.
All right, crossing live to the press conference. The mug god's willing to speak on these moments of blackmail.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be standing for the mug god.
Thank you. Sit down. I am the mug god. I do not negotiate with terrorists. Thank you. Hear this, those that would threaten the mug god. Mugs shall be filled with delicious coffee, tea, hot chocolate, or in some cases, copper soups. Mugs will not be filled with fear. So what I'm sort of saying there is I'm not scared of you. A false mug, no matter how it is manufactured, shall be deemed to have no soul. And I hereby curse all beverages consumed through a false mug to be flavourless and cursed. A pox on false mugs. A pox, I say, as the mug god. Also, as a side note, any person dobbing in fake mug peddlers shall receive a certificate of merit from me. The mug god. And also a pencil, if that information leads to a conviction. That is all. Mug bless you.
Great press conference. Crossing back now.
Crossing back now to us in the studio. Well, very rarely do you hear the mug god go out so forcefully.
Yeah.
But there you have it.
Yeah.
If you dob in anyone trying to make fake mugs, you're going to get a certificate of merit and a pencil that leads to a conviction.
Talk about time for HamishAndy.com/topics. We will be back next week, of course. The podcast at Hamish and Andy. Always topics going up. It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Hey, keep cool, gang.
If you've just tuned in, we've been promoted. In 2 weeks' time, we start 5 days a week, 3 o'clock, 3 to 4, business brunch. We can't be called the business brunch, obviously, because it's in the afternoon. Same show, though, one topic a day.
Yep.
We won't stress you out with more than one topic. I think it's just cruel of shows that do that.
People that have regularly listened to the show and have gone to HamishAndy.com/topics, there'll be new topics going up soon, would know that there's been business brunch mugs made up.
Sure. Sacred mugs.
Some 62 topics ago. And they were given out only in exceptional circumstances when business was so good between us and a correspondent. They become obsolete now.
Well, they don't become obsolete. They become, what's the word I'm looking for?
Religious artifacts.
Religious artifacts.
Oh, it's the mug god.
The mug
The
god.
mug god can sometimes leap out of the mug that we keep on the desk and instruct us as to all things mug worthy and mug-like.
Thing is, we don't want them to fall into the other bad people's hands.
Do not let the mug devil get his hands on the mugs.
Yeah, exactly. There's been a lot of people writing in saying they're going to try and make counterfeit mugs.
I know.
As well as try and steal ours.
Yep.
Well, where's the safest place to put them?
I implore you to put them somewhere very safe.
What about the National Film and Sound Archive?
Great. Call them.
Okay.
All right, well, if that's what the mug god wants, if he wants us to call
It's in
the
Canberra.
the National Film and Sound
Archive.
Archives.
I think a lot of famous radio tapes are there. I think old Graham Kennedy tapes, Martin Malloy.
Seems like the place for the mugs to go. Have we
Yeah.
got the number going in, Jack?
Yeah.
Right. Have we got a contact?
I think Tim.
Yeah, good. Talk to Tim.
Okay, thanks, mug god.
National Film and Sound Archive. This is Scarlett.
Hey,
Hi,
Scarlett. How are you?
We were wondering if we could talk to Tim.
I'm sure you can.
Thank you.
I'll just have to transfer you, and I can do that now.
Hey, sorry, is Tim head of acquisitions?
So, yes, he's
Wonderful.
our
Perfect.
acquisitions coordinator.
Oh, you're going to be excited when he tells you what this is about. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
I'll transfer you now.
Okay, thank
Oh
you.
boy.
Hello, Tim speaking.
Oh, Tim.
Tim, it's Hamish and Andy here. How are you?
Good, how are you?
We are so good.
Just finishing
and
off our business brunch show.
Great.
It's actually the last episode.
We got promoted, Tim.
Right.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Well, even better to hear when you hear this. You would be aware
of the Business Brunch mugs that we have as part of the show, only 50 were made, roughly, I haven't been to the vault for a little while, but roughly only about 33, 34, something like that remain.
Right.
Obviously, we're moving to the afternoons, so the show won't be called Business Brunch anymore. That means those mugs don't have a place as part of the show, except they are radio memorabilia and also religious artifacts because they were handed to us really by the mug god.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too carried away in the history of
mugs.
history of it all, but they are a religious artifact. We were wondering if you would be interested in looking after them in the vault there at the archives.
Absolutely, we'd love to.
Would you?
For sure. In fact, I can. How about I put them on the shelf next to Angus Young's cap and maybe some Priscilla costumes? How about that?
Sure, obviously put it front and centre. I mean, and then you put Angus Young's cap sort of nearby. If people still feel like they haven't seen enough, but trust me,
well,
once
you're
you
here to see the mug.
Once you see the mug, you won't feel that there's any other itches that need to be scratched.
So
that's right.
Are you able to take safe delivery of those within the next week?
How many are you looking to donate?
30. I think it's about 32
of them. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Send them in.
We might send a couple.
Yeah.
One will have the mugs, the rest will be decoys.
Okay, right. And I promise it will not be sitting on my desk full of tea by next week.
Thank you, Tim.
Well, I hope not. Now, sorry, just before we let you go, security-wise at the archives, how many security guards do you guys have?
Listen, we've had ambassadors and heads of state here. I'm sure that that would suffice for a mug.
Yeah.
We can have a few people on the door, maybe set up a few extra cameras.
That's better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, good. As I urge you again, it's not, the Shroud of Turin's not a tea towel. It's an artifact. This is not just a mug. Thank you so much for giving them safe passage and a safe home. And that's really, I guess, from us for the last time, the end of Business Brunch.
Thank you very much, Tim. Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business with you, Tim, and everyone for the last time.
And Hayne, we should say to everyone, it's been a pleasure doing morning business with you. We can't wait to
do afternoon hijinks. I mean, it might not have a business theme, the new show. It will be one topic per show. Yeah. Please do check out hamishandandy.com over the next few weeks to see what's going on. More topics will go up, and then we'll rejoin the adventure in the afternoon.